Magic in the Marvel Universe is a force of limitless potential, capable of creation, destruction, and reshaping reality itself. Some wield it as a weapon, others guard it as a sacred responsibility. And then there are those who bend it to their own will, walking the fine line between hero and villain. Two of the most powerful sorceresses in Marvel history, Agatha Harkness and the Ancient One, stand at opposite ends of this mystical spectrum. Agatha, a master manipulator and survivor, has lived for centuries, preying on the magic of others to fuel her own power. The Ancient One, on the other hand, is the guardian of the mystic arts, a being so powerful that she has defended Earth from cosmic-level threats for generations. But what if these two magical titans were to face off in a battle of wit, power, and sheer magical dominance? Who would come out on top in this legendary duel of sorcery? To find out, we must explore their abilities, strengths, weaknesses, and the ultimate battle that could decide their fate. Agatha Harkness, the survivor of Salem. Agatha Harkness is one of the oldest living magic users in the Marvel Universe, dating back to the Salem witch trials of the late 1600s. Unlike many of her fellow witches, she did not fall victim to the flames of persecution. Instead, she used her intelligence, cunning, and mastery of dark magic to outlive them all. Over the centuries, Agatha has accumulated vast magical knowledge, learning to manipulate and absorb the power of other witches. She has aligned herself with some of the most powerful magic users in history, including the Scarlet Witch, whom she later betrayed in an attempt to steal her chaos magic. Her greatest ability is her magic absorption, which allows her to drain the life force and energy from other magic users, rendering them powerless while increasing her own strength. This ability makes her extremely dangerous in long-term battles, as the more time she has, the stronger she becomes. But Agatha's power isn't just about stealing energy. She is a master of illusion and mind control, capable of warping reality to confuse, disorient, and manipulate her enemies. She can summon necromantic forces, revive the dead, and cast devastating dark magic spells that can curse or weaken her opponents. However, Agatha's greatest weakness is her reliance on stealing power from others. Against an enemy who does not rely on external magical sources, she might find herself struggling to gain the upper hand. The Ancient One, the master of the mystic arts. For centuries, the Ancient One served as Earth's Sorcerer Supreme, wielding immense power and wisdom to protect the world from threats both magical and cosmic. She was the greatest sorcerer of her time, a being who had not only mastered traditional spellcasting, but also learned to draw energy from the dark dimension without succumbing to its corruption. Unlike Agatha, who relies on deception and absorption, the Ancient One controls the very fabric of reality. She is a master of dimensional manipulation, astral projection, and time magic, abilities that allow her to bend space, foresee the future, and alter the course of events in ways no ordinary sorcerer can. One of her most formidable abilities is her control over time. With the Eye of Agamotto, she can see into multiple futures, predicting attacks before they happen and reversing damage inflicted upon her. Even without the Time Stone, she retains an unmatched understanding of time-based magic, making her nearly impossible to surprise in battle. Her skills extend beyond magic. She is also an exceptional hand-to-hand combatant, using her agility and experience to evade attacks while countering with precision. This ability makes her a far more physically capable fighter than Agatha, who prefers to fight from a distance. But even the Ancient One has her limits. She depends heavily on her foresight and ability to anticipate her enemies' moves. If she were to lose her ability to predict Agatha's actions, she might find herself vulnerable in unexpected ways. The battle begins, a war of wits and magic. The fight between Agatha Harkness and the Ancient One would not be a simple clash of spells. It would be a test of strategy, endurance, and adaptability. Both sorceresses are centuries old, with deep reservoirs of magical knowledge and battle experience. Their duel would take place across multiple dimensions, testing the very limits of their abilities. At the start of the battle, Agatha would likely rely on illusions and deception, attempting to confuse the Ancient One with false images, shadow clones, and mind-altering spells. Her goal would be to weaken the Ancient One's perception, creating openings for a direct attack. But the Ancient One, with her ability to see through time, would likely see past these illusions, unraveling Agatha's tricks before they could take effect. She would counter with dimensional manipulation, warping the battlefield to distort Agatha's sense of reality. Realizing that deception isn't enough, Agatha would shift her tactics, attempting to drain the Ancient One's magic. If she could tap into the Ancient One's mystical energy, she might gain enough strength to overpower her opponent. But the Ancient One is not an ordinary sorcerer. She does not rely on a single energy source. She draws power from multiple dimensions, including the dark dimension itself. This makes her immune to Agatha's magic absorption, leaving Agatha frustrated and vulnerable. Sensing her advantage, the Ancient One would strike back with an astral projection attack, separating her spirit from her body to fight on multiple planes at once. Agatha, who lacks this ability, would struggle to keep up as the Ancient One attacks from both the physical and astral realms simultaneously. In a final desperate attempt, Agatha might unleash her full power, summoning necromantic forces and dark energy in an effort to overwhelm her opponent. But the Ancient One, using her mastery of time, could rewind the battle, undoing Agatha's most powerful attacks before they could take effect. With her tricks exhausted and her energy drained, Agatha would find herself at the mercy of the Ancient One's overwhelming magical superiority. Final verdict, who would win? In the end, while Agatha Harkness is a formidable witch with centuries of experience, she is simply outmatched against the Ancient One. Agatha's greatest strength lies in her ability to manipulate and steal magic, but the Ancient One does not rely on a single source of power that can be drained. Instead, she draws energy from multiple dimensions, making her virtually immune to Agatha's absorption abilities. Agatha's mastery of deception and illusions would certainly make the battle challenging, but the Ancient One's ability to see into the future would allow her to anticipate every move before it happens. No illusion, trick, or manipulation would be enough to truly fool her. The Ancient One is not just a powerful sorcerer. She is also a skilled combatant, capable of holding her own both physically and magically. Despite Agatha's cunning nature and ruthless tactics, she lacks the versatility and raw magical knowledge that the Ancient One possesses. The battle might be long, and Agatha would certainly find ways to prolong the fight, but ultimately, she would fall. The Ancient One's superior skill, ability to manipulate time and space, and deep connection to the mystic arts would give her the decisive victory. Final winner, the Ancient One. While Agatha would put up a formidable fight, the Ancient One's experience, versatility, and raw magical prowess make her the clear victor. She would outmaneuver, outthink, and ultimately overpower Agatha, proving why she held the title of Sorcerer Supreme for centuries. Agatha may be a survivor, but in a true battle of magic and strategy, only one sorceress would walk away victorious, and that is the Ancient One. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.